What if I told you that the drink you enjoy every morning was once discovered by goats? Yes, goats. More than 1,000 years ago in the mountains of Ethiopia, a young goat herder noticed something strange. His goats were dancing, jumping, and running wildly after eating red berries from a mysterious tree. Curious, he tried the berries himself. Soon, he felt a sudden burst of energy. That strange discovery would slowly spread across continents, travel through ancient trade routes, influence religion, culture, and even spark political debates. Today, billions of people drink it every day. This is the incredible story of coffee. According to legend, the goat herder's name was Kaldi. After seeing his goats become unusually energetic, he brought the berries to a nearby monastery. At first, the monks were suspicious. They threw the berries into a fire, thinking they were dangerous. But something unexpected happened. As the beans roasted in the flames, a rich and delicious aroma filled the air. The monks quickly removed the roasted beans, crushed them, and mixed them with hot water. The first cup of coffee had just been born. Coffee soon traveled across the Red Sea to the Arabian Peninsula. By the 15th century, coffee was being grown in Yemen. Here, it became known as kahwa. Sufi monks began drinking coffee to stay awake during long nights of prayer. The drink spread quickly through cities like Mecca and Cairo. Soon, coffee houses began to appear. These places became centers of conversation, music, storytelling, and debate. People called them the schools of the wise. Coffee houses quickly became incredibly popular. In cities across the Middle East, people gathered to drink coffee and discuss politics, philosophy, and science. Some rulers became nervous. They feared that coffee houses were places where people could secretly plan rebellions. In fact, coffee was banned several times in history. But the bans never lasted. People loved coffee too much. The drink had already become part of daily life. In the 1600s, coffee finally arrived in Europe. At first, many Europeans were suspicious of the strange, dark drink. Some even called it the bitter invention of Satan. But according to legend, the drink was brought to Pope Clement VIII. After tasting it, the Pope reportedly said it was too delicious to ban. Soon, coffee houses appeared across Europe. London alone had hundreds of them. Coffee houses in England became famous for something special. For just 1 penny, you could buy a cup of coffee and join intellectual discussions. Because of this, they were called penny universities. Scientists, writers, and businessmen gathered in these places. Many famous ideas and business deals were born inside coffee houses. Even insurance companies and newspapers started in these rooms. Coffee was quietly shaping the modern world. As demand for coffee grew, European powers wanted to grow it themselves. The Dutch were among the first. They secretly smuggled coffee plants from Arabia and planted them in their colonies. Soon, coffee plantations appeared in Java, Indonesia. Later, coffee spread to the Caribbean and South America. This changed the global economy forever. Coffee eventually reached the Americas. In Brazil, the climate was perfect. By the 1800s, Brazil had become the largest coffee producer in the world. Coffee farms expanded rapidly. Millions of people worked in the industry, and coffee became one of the most valuable global commodities. By the 20th century, coffee had become a global tradition. From Italian espresso bars to American diners, to small cafes in every major city. Coffee was no longer just a drink. It was part of culture, a morning ritual, a social experience, a daily source of energy for billions of people. Today, more than 2 billion cups of coffee are consumed every single day. From a curious goat in Ethiopia to a global industry worth billions. Coffee has traveled an incredible journey through history. And tomorrow morning, when you take your first sip of coffee, remember, you are drinking a story that began over 1,000 years ago.